Hi, this is BB again. Um, Regarding this gang stalking, or what appears to be gang stalking or mob stalking, to those of you out there like me who are angry, but most of all confused, I understand the anger but the confusion part. How confusing this is, because you're trying to find out why. Why you? Why are they doing this to you? What do they want? They don't state any demands. It's not like they're literally holding you hostage, because they seem to be a bunch of psychos. Now, I don't buy into the whole psycho routine, because unless they have a place where just psychopaths hang out and they meet each other and they decide to single out one individual and go after that one individual, I don't know. On like for example, you might have, I don't know, but I just feel like for a prolonged period of time, yeah, okay, you have a bunch of people who don't like an individual for some reason. They gather up their friends and they terrorize the person for a couple of days. But to keep it up for over a year, 2 years, 3 years, because sometimes I read on the internet, it happens for years, plural. And the people are confused because they don't know what to do. They don't understand what's going on. But mostly, they'll find that every time they open their mouth, they already know how they're going to sound to people. Literally, people will take a step back from you because you feel like, something is wrong with him or her. Why would they stalk you? Do you have money? No. Yeah, that's all in your head. That's how they will look at you. And you already know that this is how the people will react to you. And then you start to shy away. You don't want to tell people. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to say anything. And I think this is a big part of the gang stalking, or whoever is funding the gang of stalkers. That's their true intention, is to get that victim in a corner with a band-aid around their mouth, put some duct tape on their mouth. It's like they want the person to just disappear into the woodwork, go off the grid. And that makes you wonder why. They probably know something, or they know somebody else who has money, who has something that they want. So you have to shut up now. You have to shut up and disappear, because you know of them. You're thinking sometimes it's you, but it could be somebody else. That's really working it there, pushing it to the limit. But if it's a lot of money, people have done stranger things for money. Granted, this is like one of the strangest, but there are people who've done probably stranger things for money, especially if there's a large sum of money involved. So my thing is, I need for people to give me any ideas on how to combat this. What this might be. I know it's the stamps, because I cannot believe that the stamps were stolen by someone else entirely. And if the money my dad left in the bank, his my inheritance directly, that's legally mine. That it's just disappeared, and this another party did that. And if my mother left money too, like somebody messed with that, that's 3. And then we have this gang stalking here. But that's four different sets of people, 3 or 4. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around that. That doesn't make sense to me. There has to be a connection with all of them. I mean, why me? Am I like the biggest victim on the planet? Why me? Do I have a label that says, come mess with me? Why me? I don't understand it. I'm not a public figure. I'm not a celebrity. Nobody even knows me. I'm one of those people who very quiet, keep to myself. Yes, and I know that makes me sound like a serial killer. But yeah, this is how I live my life. I was an only child. I was not even allowed to look out the window. I was not allowed, literally not allowed to look out the window. I was locked inside. My dad used to tell me, no friends. You want a friend? Let me be your friend. You want to talk to someone? Talk to me. Those were the rules I lived by. That's how strict my dad was. My dad wanted to protect me from this same situation I was in, but I didn't call for this. I don't even know what this is. And I'm trying to keep a brave face. I'm trying to keep like a sense of decorum and a sense of steadiness within myself. It's not easy, because they cripple the one thing that I bank on that helps me to be mentally stable, which is my financial stability. They've crippled my business. And they would have had to study me for a while, because they knew the areas where to hit. Almost like studying, like tactics, basically. Study the individual, and you know the areas that will crumble them mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, and eventually physically, financially too. Of course, in most cases, if you cripple a person financially, you will affect all of the other areas. So, this is why I know that I firmly believe that I am not the only one they've done this to. I don't think I could possibly be. So, with that being said, even though you feel like if it's happening to you and you feel like you're so fed up, you don't know what they want, you don't know what they're after, start examining your life. You will have the answer within yourself. You have the answer. You would know why. But mostly, even though you feel like people are not, you're afraid to talk about it, instead of bottling it all up inside and going insane, even if you have to talk to God about it, just talk to Him. Talk to Him like you're talking to me now. Talk to Him like you're talking to me now. Brainstorm with Him, and He'll tell you. And to all the people who they don't believe in God, that's okay too. Talk to a friend. Talk in the mirror. Talk to whoever. But don't keep it bottled up inside where you slowly go insane, because that is what they want. Is for us to go crazy and act irrationally. It's imperative to their scheme that we act irrationally. We act crazy. We do things that society would deem as abnormal, unusual, synonymous with drug use, synonymous with alcoholism, synonymous with mental disorders, not to be trusted, talking shite, basically. They're saying all these things. Well, somebody was outside my wall. Where's the person? There's no one there. Do you have money? You know. Well, why would they stalk you instantly? Yeah, okay. That's, woo-woo. That's what they want to say. It's disgusting human behavior. It's disgusting for one person or a group of people to do this to a fellow human being for some change. I don't care how much money we're talking about. You just don't do this to people. You don't do this to people. So friends, if you know of anybody who's in this situation, help them the best way you can. Mostly try to get law enforcement to look at it, examine it, because I believe in numbers they're going to start to take notice. Well, one of the things I want to do is stress upon this thing where it's a psychic connection. I think they call them energy vampires, but there's some of them who are really real, who are natural psychics, I think. They're natural psychics. And is either that or something is really wrong with me. Something is, when I say not wrong with me mentally, but there's something, I don't know, what could it possibly be? Because I can hear her. I am not schizophrenic. I'm not bipolar. I can't hear anybody else. I hear her. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. I'm not on any antipsychotic medication. In 2008, I made $107 on my own with my business. In 2018, I should say. In 2019, I made $88,000. Last year, up to June, was when everything went haywire and I had to move out. I had made at least about 35,000, 30,000, 35,000. I don't know. So I was making money. I was making money. I never asked anybody for a dime. I'm an independent woman. And I think that's what they did. They hit me financially. They cut my finances off. Now, I'm not here to ask for money. I just want ideas on how to combat this whole thing, to get it to stop. Because you can send me money, or anybody can send me money, but that doesn't make this go away. I need help to make this go away, to make whatever they want, any ideas on what this could be and how to combat it. If you know of anybody who's been through this, please ask them how they stopped it and let me know, please. And if you know of anybody who needs your help, be like this, a sounding board for them. But this psychic thing, and if they tell you they're suddenly hearing like a voice in their head telling them things, and they've been to the doctor and they're fine, they can't find any abnormalities, you know, they're doing tests on them, they can't find any growth, anything that's happening, you know, nothing at all, then something is wrong. Listen to what they tell you, what the voice is saying, and if there's consistency here, something is wrong. There's something wrong, and they need help. They need help. So again, I think this is like a new wave thing, and I'm pretty sure some of you who will watch this will think that I am off balance, and you know, that's okay. I've questioned myself many times. What am I hearing? But I've worked in a hospital, so I know what schizophrenia is. I know what hearing voices is. I know what that is. I've seen the patient's reaction. I've talked with them. I've mingled with them. I was around them for 12 hours at a time, so I get that. This is different. I have hacking going along with it. I do hear stuff outside, somebody outside my window at night. The spraying, I can feel it. My neighbor across the street saw like a fogging in my house. She smelled it, like she said it's Vicks. It wasn't Vicks, it's like menthol crystal or something. Without that menthol crystal. It has the cooling effect, but it's not the menthol crystal. She heard this clicking, like circuit breakers all over breaking in the walls. She saw and she heard these things in my house, and she's smelling it too. So that's not schizophrenia. That's just what it is. That's reality. That's reality based. Like my website has 162 interactions for the month so far, I think for last month. I maybe got 20 of them. Where did the other ones go? Who knows? That's what I'm talking about. That's not my imagination. That's real. So, reality, what I'm trying to say is when you talk to people, look at their reality too. You will know when something is really wrong mentally, but then when something is wrong otherwise, you will know as well. So please help them, listen to them, go to the police if you have to, and if you have any ideas on for me to combat this, please let me know. Please. Thank you.